Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League. The favorites are looking like they're in a very good position to win this division right now, sitting at 7-3. They are a game ahead of the Rippers, and we have a gauntlet we're about to go through in the schedule as we are facing off against four straight divisional rivals, including a doubleheader against the Burglars and this matchup against the Dive Bombers. So it's not going to be easy on the way out, but we do have a big matchup on hand as the former champions, the Dive Bombers, who are sitting at 5-5, will be our next opponent. We did lose in the first game of the season against the Dive Bombers. It was a Reeve Blackwell versus Asher Garcia matchup, and we got the raw end of that deal. But here's why I think this is such a pivotal matchup today. We have Cairo Cohen on the mound. If you missed the last episode, we made a roster move. We brought in Avery Connor, who we already dropped earlier in the season, to replace Colton Blackburn. Colton Blackburn has had a rough stretch in his sophomore season, and we just couldn't get it done. And we are in win now mode, and so we needed to make a change. I am very nervous because, as you'll see, Cairo Cohen is now our fourth starter, and he will be filling in for where Colton Blackburn left off. The problem is, in the last start that Clark Cohen had, he couldn't go very far as he did not have a great outing, recovering from the injury where he got hit in the face by Braden Sorelli. And because of that, Cairo Cohen came in to pitch for him. So neither of these two starters are currently fully healthy, full stamina, excuse me, meaning that whoever we go with here is probably not going to last for very long. And now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I am considering, no. I was going to say I can bring in Clark because he has more stamina to go deeper. And since they're tied right now, I'd rather have Clark go. The problem with that is the AI won't necessarily know that we have Cairo Cohen planned to pitch in the starting rotation, and so they may bring him in relief of Clark Cohen, and I don't want to risk that problem for the next game, so we are going to go with Cairo here today. And a win will help to stretch the lead in the division, and I think we really do need as many wins as we can possibly get here. You'll see two big names on the Dive Bombers. Tony Centercut and Rock Quintana are hot right now, and they're going to be in the lineup against us, so I'm nervous about that one. Taking a look at what we're going to do here, I think, actually, let's do a quick peek, as we always like to do. Gander Quinto is a B pitcher, so that means that she will not activate the Ace Exterminator trait, which means we heavily assess me, but she's not going to have Ace Exterminator, and we'll probably keep RJ Solomon in the DH spot. We have a tense Sullivan Reddier. We have a tense Nick Wilkerson. I think they got to have to tough it out. It's a big matchup. We need our big boppers in the lineup, and they're both good defenders, so we have to rely on them in the outfield, in the infield, and hopefully their offense can sort it out. Jonah Gonzalez, we need a big day out of them. Our offense needs to click today for Cairo Cohen to get some help. So going to select our uniforms. A quick note, it's too late for this. I wish I would have thought about it a long time ago, but I did create a second alternate uniform, this being the home version of our away here, and that's going to look very similar, but more so just a white version of that uniform, and Asher Garcia looks really good in that. But I am open to feedback, so we have a few games until we'd actually use this. Let me know what you think. Do you like this? I pretty much just mimicked the same exact uniform, just went ahead and changed it to lighter colors there. So let me know what you think. Appreciate your feedback in advance, but we are going to use alternate uniform 1, and the Dive Bombers will have their classic pinstripes as their home uniform. And nervous, but here we go. We're going to play ball. We head out to Golden Field. It's a day game here at Golden Field, and we'll have 3 locked-in players. They have 3 locked-in players, 2 former Outlaws. There's a lot on the line here. Former champions, team that hasn't made the playoffs ever before. So it's going to be a lot on the line here. We'll see how it plays out. Starts with Tiger Gray coming up to the plate. He is batting .452, has yet to hit a home run this year, but has been hitting very well. And Gander Quinto will be on the mound for the Dive Bombers. She has Tier 2 cross-up, has Tier 1 rally stopper, has a .415 ERA, God bless you, a .127 whip, and 4 strikeouts. She'll have Tier 2 easy target helping her out. It doesn't help her there as Tiger likes that pitch and sends it up the middle, past the second baseman, Rock Quintana, and into center field for a leadoff single. Fernanda Branch, who's been pretty hot this year, batting .500, has 1 home run and 5 RBIs, is locked in. Tier 2 contact versus righties is not activated as this is a lefty, and she'll ground to third base, and it's going to go 5-4-3 around the horn for a quick double play. So Quinto gets a little defensive help, and the bases are cleared for locked in Odin Thomas. Odin has been our big power hitter in the lineup as he has already had 4 home runs, I believe. He hits this one hard, but very high, and a sky to left field will end the inning. So a leadoff single gets wiped away on the double play. You hate to see it, and then I'll fly out to end the inning. So Cairo Cohen getting his first start of his career, facing off against a gauntlet here as Raiden Riel will start things off locked in, swings at the first pitch and swings through it. Has Tier 3 Distractor, Tier 2 Sprinter. So Distractor will be very hard to deal with if he gets on. He's batting .500, no home runs, 1 RBI. Pops up there, and it's a 1-2 count. Cairo not at full stamina. Remember that, as this one's pulled just foul down the first baseline. So he won't likely go very far in this game, especially if the Dive Bombers can make him work for those outs, as he'll sky this one to center field, and Riel goes down on a fly out. If you just missed that, go back and look at Nick Wilkerson's throw after catching that one. Thank God it happened with nobody on, as that was dirted right in front of him. Rock Quintana comes up, good old RQ, batting .333, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. He'll have Tier 2 off-speed hitter, Tier 2 little hack, 3-0 count, and little composed activates. Catching the corner on a strike there, 3-1. And a grounder up the middle. Jack Mars will backhand. He'll throw to first, out number 2. Good play from the second baseman to get the second baseman out. And Tony Centercut will come up locked in, batting .375, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Tier 2 fastball hitter here. Has Tier 2 rally stopper, but it's not activated unless they are down and nobody's on. 1-1 count here for Cairo. Pulled foul. That's going to get into the seats. Foul. 1-2 count with 2 outs, and hard hit ball the other way, and that's going to go foul. Fastball, top of the zone, strike 3 swinging, and Tony Centercut can't believe it. He knew that was his pitch, and he couldn't catch up to it. And a good inning for Cairo Cohen as he goes 1-2-3 to the 3 locked-in hitters of the Dive Bombers. We head to the top of the second. Jack Mars comes up locked in, .379, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, excuse me. And he gets a 2-0 count to take things, or to lead off. Let's go 3-0. And right at the bottom of the zone, we'll catch the bottom for strike 1. Ball 4 taken, and Jack Mars very patient at bat, doesn't even lift the bat off his shoulders. Tosses it as he heads down to first base. Leadoff walk for the favorites, and Leah Sesame will come up. She's batting .368, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. First pitch Slayer, taken for a strike, low and away. Gander Quinto trying to figure out what pitch she wants to throw next. And a dribbler will stay foul behind the plate. It's 0-2. Aaliyah will hit one hard down the right field line. This one's got a chance. That's up, and it's out of here, right over the wall. Short porch there in right field, and Aaliyah hooks it around the foul pole. .337 for her 3rd home run. A 2-run shot puts the favorites on the board here at Golden Field, and you can hear the favorites fans flocked out to Golden Field to support their team against the former champions. Gander Quinto is now tense, and this one will get down the first baseline. Diving is Knox Dominguez, but he is rattled, and he's not able to make the play. Reaching safely was, who was that? R.J. Solomon, and now Sullivan Reddier will come up. He's tense. Batting .300, takes a strike, Mind Gamer activated, and pops one foul, 0-2 count now. Quinto tense as well. That one goes foul. Staying alive here. Sullivan needs to get out of that tense mojo. He'll take a ball high, just misses the top of the zone. And a base hit up the middle, so Sullivan Reddier comes through. Another single, and the inning continues without an out, and Sullivan gets his mojo back. So that's one out of the way. Now it's time for Nick Wilkerson to do the same. He's tense. We have been very disappointed in his offense this year. 240 average, no home runs, 3 RBIs. He has tier 3 little hack, which is activated here. Takes a ball inside, checks his swing, and holds 1-1. Nick hits one into right center field. This one's lofted, but going to be caught. Lax McWallies will catch that one, and runner heading to third base, tagging up, and will reach third safely as it gets cut off. I think if that ball's not cut, they may have had a play at third, but that's going to be the first out of the inning, and runners are on the corners, infield at double play depth, and Jonah Gonzalez, our former leadoff man, has been struggling this year. He puts that one into the dugout, batting 176, 1 home run, a solo shot, his only RBI. Ball inside there, little hack gone, 1-1 count. And he gets one right in the zone, but doesn't make good contact. He fouls it back. Little hack again, 1-1 or 1-2. Ball inside, little hack gone, 2-2. And inside out pitch, it's going to go to second base, and Rock Quintana will get that one over to second and over to first. It's a double play, 4-6-3 to end the inning. But we do get a 2-run homer from Aaliyah Sesame, and that is what puts the favorites on the board first. They're up 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second, and Deacon Cannon will come up, batting 280 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. From the left side, his tier 1 contact versus lefties. It's not activated, and he goes inside out into left field. Both infielders attempting to dive for that, but it lands in left field, and it's a leadoff single. Cannon at first base for Maximilian Panther, batting 263, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Tier 2 base rounder, tier 2 tough out. And it's going to be a hard hit ball, but right to Tiger Gray. And that's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. You love to see it. Runner gets wiped off immediately, and now Lax McWallies will come up. He's batting 222, no home runs, 1 RBI, tier 2 bunter. I don't likely expect to see it as a grounder on the first pitch will go to short, and Sullivan will get that to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Cairo Cohen in a quick second inning. Very nice for him as he's cruising right now. Tiger Gray will come up. He already has 1 single today. Average up to 469 now as tier 2 easy target will help him out again. And Quinto, after going tense after the Aaliyah Sesame home run and did allow a few extra base hits, ended up getting the double play, and that helped her get back to neutral mojo. This one will be popped up into foul territory. It's going to be an easy play for the first baseman who will catch that one, Vincente Banks, out number 1. Not Tiger's best at bat, and that's going to be out number 1 for Fernanda Branch. She's 0 for 1. She is a little late, but hard hit ball goes foul. Oh, that one was inside, but she swings at it, misses in strike 2. She takes the ball outside. Quinto will get her to pop up, but it goes foul. 1-2 again, and a ball at the top of the zone. It's even. Inside ball 3, but she swings anyways. She misses, and that's a strikeout. So 2 outs for Odin Thomas. He's 0 for 1. Still locked in. We'll see if he can drive a pitch here against Quinto, who's already getting tired. First pitch outside, so they've been chasing her junk. And this one's weirdly hit. I don't know what went on that one, but it ends up getting over the first baseman into right field, where you'll see Tony Centercut's playing right, his secondary position. Not the strongest outfielder, but they trust him over there apparently. And it's a 2-out single for Owen Thomas. For Jack Mars coming up, still locked in. He reached base safely. Little hack activates here on the 0-1. And he'll hit one into right field. A little hack will hang up for Tony Centercut, out number 3. And that will end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the third, still 2-0. The favorites have 5 hits already through 3 innings. Max Dominguez will come up. He is rattled, batting 154, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. He's had a rough stretch as of late. He hits this one very hard, but on a line to Nick Wilkerson in center field. That's a quick out number 1. Vincente Banks comes up, batting 200 with no home runs, 1 RBI. You'll see Cairo Cohen is locked in. First pitch, fork for a strike. He's thrown 23 pitches. God bless you, Cairo. That was a big one. 0-1, and a dribbler goes foul down the third baseline. He gets a 0-2, and Banks will swing through strike three. Cohen is pumped. He's happy to be out on the mound. He picked up right where Victor Simmons left off in the last game, and now Franklin Pennington will come up, batting 154, has tier 2 high pitch. He does swing at the high pitch, but it's way late. And another high pitch will be lofted slowly or gently to the shortstop. Sullivan catches that. Another 1-2-3 inning for Cairo Cohen. Through 3, still 2-0. And here comes Aaliyah Sesame. She hit that home run down the right field line in her first at bat, the only runs of the game so far. She'll have first pitch slayer here, and she'll take a ball low. Quinto already over 40 pitches. She gets her to chase there, low and away for strike 1. A slider will drop into the zone. It's pop foul, and she'll chase strike 3. It drops out of the zone, hits the ground, and Pennington has to throw to first for out number 1. So Aaliyah looked a little lost there. And it does seem like Gander Quinto has a few nasty pitches that are getting these batters to chase, as they're swinging at a lot of stuff out of the zone. RJ will foul that one off. He grounded to third in his last at-bat, reached on an infield single. This one's sent to deep right center field. That one's going to get out of here over the wall of the bullpen. And RJ Solomon comes up huge with the second home run of the day, his first of the day and first of the year. His second RBI, 426, and that puts the favorites up 3-0. That's a big shot, and Gander Quinto, I can't imagine, has much left in the tank here in the top of the 4th with 1 out. Now, Sullivan Reddier comes up. He got rid of his tense mojo after getting a single in his last at-bat. You see Mind Gamer activated here again, and that puts a 3-0 count. Taking all the way for strike 1, and he hits one hard. Sullivan Reddier, he was ready for that one, and that one gets well out down the left field line. Back-to-back shots from RJ Solomon and Sullivan Reddier. You didn't expect it from either of them, but they'll do it. And his first home run of the year, his first RBI as well on the solo shot. And Reddier puts us up 4-0 now. Your turn, Nick. Let's go back-to-back-to-back. He's still tense. 0 for 1 today. Gander gets pulled for Donovan Rounds. Donovan pitching really well this year. Has 4 pitches. Has not allowed an earned run yet. Swinging through strike 1 and Little Hack activates. And he'll pop it up. Oh, my God, Nick. He's going to have a day off next time for sure. We can't keep having him out there. It's really rough.
Number 35, Jonah Gonzalez.
Jonah's tense as well. We're having trouble figuring out what to do with a handful of our players here. And he'll pull one down the left field line, sprinter out of the box, and Knox Dominguez, even while rattled, can still make that play for out number 3. We had 2 solo home runs back-to-back. RJ Solomon, Sullivan Reddier puts us at 4-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th. We loop to the top of the lineup for the Dive Bombers. Ryden Riel will come up, and Dash Boyd will come in to replace Jonah Gonzalez, so making an early defensive move for the favorites left fielder. First pitch strike, second pitch strike inside. Raiden still locked in. 0-2 count, and a dribbler off the end of the bat will slow roll to Jack Mars. He'll bare hand and quick toss to first for out number 1. Rock Quintana still locked in as well. Batting .321, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, as we mentioned earlier. First pitch slider will be taken low. Cairo over 30 pitches now. He's getting to the end of his day, but he's still locked in. Throwing him the off-speed pitch and challenges him. He dribbles to first, and that's out number 2. Rock will lose mojo. And now Tony Centercut comes up. You'll see the Tier 1 rally starter activated here. He grounded out in his last at-bat. No, he struck out in his last at-bat. He gets ahead 2-0. Takes a strike here. Cairo approaching 40 pitches. Forkball popped up and fouled. 2-2, 2 outs. And another slow roller, this one to Jack Mars. So the best 3 hitters on this team coming into this game are 0 for 6 combined through 4 innings. And 3 quick grounders to the right side will get us through 4. I imagine Cairo's day has to be close to done, but he has been phenomenal for us. I couldn't have expected anything better from that. Tiger pulls one right field, first pitch swinging, and that one's going to get out of here. That one's over the stands. Tiger Gray with his first home run of the year. That seems to be a theme here today. 386. And his fourth RBI, Tiger Gray stays hot. That's a 5-0 ball game here for the favorites as they're rubbing it in right now. Of course, we do not want to let up. We want to keep the foot on the neck of these dive bombers. Fernanda Branch comes up. Tier 2 contact first righties against Donovan Rounds. Speaking of which, Rounds, I believe that was his first run allowed. That puts his ERA at 159 now. 0-2, and Fernanda takes inside. K Collector is activated, but missing the zone there. 2-2. Fernanda staying alive. Good contact there. Like to see her get a good hit. That one, they'll say it catches the bottom corner of the zone. Fernanda's mad at herself, but honestly, it looked like a ball from here. Odin Thomas will come up still locked in. 1 for 2 today. First pitch, ball outside for Rounds. Still has some velocity on those pitches. Ball inside. 2-0, and Odin will hit one. Oppo, this one gets down, hits off the corner, and right back to Raiden Riel. Good bounce for the Dive Bombers, and that's going to hold Odin Thomas at first base with a 1-out single. His second single of the day, he's now 2 for 3, staying hot as one of our best hitters this year. Jack Mars will come up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, still locked in. First pitch swinging, that one's going to get down into left field. So he pounces right away on Donovan. They seem to be realizing that they don't want to get behind 2 strikes. And Donovan is an ace pitcher, so you'll see Ace Exterminator is activated in this at-bat for Aaliyah Sesame, along with First Pitch Slayer. First pitch is, what? That was way outside the whole time, and now she has to defend. K Collector will activate 0-2. Aaliyah got screwed on that at-bat as another pitch. There was not a single strike in that at-bat, but she had to swing at the last 2 because the first one was called on the outside part of the plate. 2 outs, 2 on, and RJ Solomon, who's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. He's locked in. Strike catches the bottom of the zone. The ump is being very generous for the home pitcher. And a base hit will drop in front of Raiden Riel. I thought he was going to catch that one. He'll throw straight home, holding the runners. And it'll be bases loaded with 2 outs for Sullivan Reddier, who's 2 for 2. Home run and single. RJ Solomon now 3 for 3 today. And Sullivan will first pitch swing through the fastball. Couldn't catch up. Mind Gamer is activated, so Donovan, who's already tired, accuracy very low. Ball outside. 2-1 count here. Come on, Sullivan. Blasts this one wide open. The curveball gets hung, but he's ahead of it. Pulls it foul. K Collector activates. And he'll pop it up into the first base bag. Right on the bag is Vincente Banks. That'll end the inning. But another home run, this time from Tiger Gray to lead off the inning. And that's going to be a 5-0 ball game for the favorites here. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Deacon Cannon comes up. The only one to get a hit off of Cairo, who stays in, and he gets plunked. Cairo losing control on the first pitch, plunks Deacon Cannon. Runner will head to first base. The second time that Deacon Cannon has reached base safely, and the only batter to reach base safely against the favorites today. Cairo gets pulled for Emerson Bauer, nearly at full stamina. Runner at first is Cairo's responsibility. Infield at double play depth. Maximilian Panther average at 250 now, and swinging through strike 2. Emerson pulling the string on the changeup. Tough out activates, and fouling that one off, just staying alive. Emerson been one of the, I would say, our best pitcher this year. She gets him to strike out, even with tough out activated, and that's going to be out number 1. So now a ground ball double play ends the inning. Lax McWally's comes up 0 for 1. He may have been the one to hit the ground ball double play last time. First pitch strike on the slider. Fouls that one straight back, just misses it. 0-2. And a changeup right through Emerson Bauer, who just misses that one. And the second hit of the day for the Dive Bombers comes from Lax McWally's. Now runners on first and second with 1 out for Knox Dominguez, rattled 0 for 1. Emerson has not allowed many hits this year. Great speed at second or at first, not much speed over at second. 2-0 count. Make it 3-0, and Emerson losing control a little bit. She'll get the strike, taking all the way as Dominguez, and a ball 4. So the rattled batter will reach base, getting a gift from Emerson Bauer. Rare moment from her as she walks a batter. One of few, if any, this year. Banks gets pulled for Messiah Moreno, who's neutral, easy target activated, but he's strained. That's why he's not in this one. And he'll hit one into right field. The runner will score from third. The bases are loaded, and they'll remain loaded. They get the first run, and that one, unfortunately, will get credited to Cairo Cohen, which you can see him in the background at the dugout, kind of saying, all right, we need to get out of this one. Pennington gets pulled for Dina Andrews. You may remember her from the favorites in season 1, where she was awful for us. She pulls the first pitch, but foul. Contact versus lefties activated. She'll swing through strike 2. Emerson needs some help here. A ground ball would be amazing. Infield at double play depth. She'll get a strikeout instead. Gets Dina Andrews chasing, and that's out number 2. Very high pressure situation. Actually, max pressure situation here with Emerson Bauer's tier 2 clutch. Rita Barrow comes in to replace Knox Dominguez. And first pitch swung by Raiden Real, who's still locked in despite going 0 for 2 today. Ball outside. Emerson threw 20 pitches already. This one hit to left field. Nick has got to catch up to this one, and he will. Oh, my God. What a moment there. The 5th inning got very hairy for the favorites pitching staff as first batter of the inning gets plunked by Cairo Cohen. He gets pulled for Emerson Bauer, and she could not do much. A couple of roster moves here. Marino stays at first, Ibarra goes to third, and Dina Andrews will come in to play or to catch for the rest of this one. Nick comes in 0 for 2 today, still tense. Little Hack activates, K Collector activates, 30th pitch on the way for rounds. And it's an off-speed pitch, popped up into foul territory. It's going to get down. Marino can't catch up to it, and we'll do it again. 1-2. Nick will hit one hard to left field. This one will hang up for Rain Real, catching it right up against the wall. So probably the hardest hit ball we've seen from Nick Wilkerson this year. Tough luck for him as he goes 0 for 3 today. Rounds gets pulled for Hayes Holcorn. Hayes has been pitching well out of the bullpen. Not sure how many innings he's seen, but he has not allowed a runner to reach base. 1-1 count here for Dash Boyd, who came in for Jonah Gonzalez. Tier 2 K Collector activates. And a ball off the end of the bat, and slow poke will prevent Dash Boyd from taking off down the line. A grounder to second will be out number 2. And Tiger Gray will come up 2 for 3 with a single and a home run. Home run in his last at-bat. Tier 2 easy target helping Holcorn, but he'll still miss the zone there. Bottom taking a strike. It's a 1-1 count. And a ball hit into left field. It's going to get down in front of Real. And Tiger Gray is 3 for 4 today. He gets a mojo boost. He's now locked in. And Fernanda Branch will come up 0 for 3. She came into this game locked in, but she has struggled at the plate, and she is looking to try and get her mojo back. Tier 2 contact versus righties. Ball way inside on the curve. Tiger has great speed at first. We have 2 outs, 2-0 count. Fernanda will take ball 3, and now walk prone activates. And she had the green light on 3-0. She swings and fouls it off. That one's going to be fouled off as well. And now full count runner will take off. K Collector activates. Come on, Fernanda. Ball way high. And Fernanda works the walk. So Holcorn loses his batter. Now 2 on and 2 outs for Odin Thomas, who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Love to see another hit from him. He's locked in still. Tier 2 bad ball hitter. Oh, yeah. Right field. This one is going to get up over. Line drive shot from Odin Thomas. A 3-run homer from him. That ball barely got high. I mean, as high as the wall, practically. And it just barely makes it out. His 5th home run and 13th RBI. That had to have shot him up the top 10 leaderboard. We'll check again after this one, because I feel like he has made a name for himself this season. Jack Mars will come up locked in still. Tier 3 Little Hack activates on the first pitch strike. Swinging in. That one's going to go foul. 0-2. Tense Holcorn with K Collector. We'll get him swinging inside out. Goes to grounder to second base, and that'll finally end the inning. But a 3-run homer from Odin Thomas in the 6th inning puts us up 8-1. And now who I hope they pull Emerson Bauer here, as it's going to go 2-3-4 for the Dive Bombers. And I would not put it past their offense to get things going. So Tier 2 off-speed hitter and Emerson Bauer will face off against Rock Quintana. Throws the slider for strike 1. Little Hack activates. Ball high. Little Hack gone. Rock will hit the off-speed pitch. He pulls it foul, and that one is going to get out of play. Little hack again activated on the 1-2. Bauer will get him to swing at the fastball, but he pulls a foul again. That one had the home run distance. Playing with fire here, and she gets strike 3, throws him on the changeup at the bottom of the zone, and that's out number 1, a big out number 1. Tony Centercut will come up with tier 1 rally starter. Bauer stays out there. This is a mistake in my eyes. First pitch fastball late, and that's going to go foul. Tony will hit another fastball, and he can't time it up just yet, but he's close. 0-2. Emerson has to be careful. Throws another fastball, and he swings and misses it. Or swings and just misses it. Knocks him out of his stance on the inside pitch. And she catches that one. A comebacker right up the middle, and Tony Centercut gets robbed as she just throws her glove up and finds the ball in it for out number 2. And finally, thank God, Carl Parra will come in to replace Emerson Bauer here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs against Deacon Cannon, who's reached base safely twice. He pulls this one foul. It's a 1-1 count. Carl with tier 3 elite slider. This one's going to go grounder down the third baseline and just foul. 1-2 again, and this one's lofted into shortstop. Oh, man. Sullivan Reddier dives backwards, and it just misses his glove. It will land in left center field for a single, a 2-out single from Deacon Cannon, and he reaches base safely for the 3rd time today. Now Max Panther will come up. Ball inside. Not much speed over at first, and this one's going to get down the left field line, coming over his Dash Boyd. He's got a great arm. He misplays it. Base rounder activates, and that allows Max Panther to head from first to second. Deacon Cannon reads the misplay from Dash Boyd, and then he advances to third. So we have 2 outs and runners on second and third. Carl Parra needs to get an out here. Tier 2 bad bunter from Lax McWally's. He already has a base hit today. He pulls that one foul for a hard hit. Strike 1. Swings through strike 2. Carl with the slider for strike 3 called, and Lax goes down, and the Dive Bombers will go down at home from the favorites. And boy, did we put a whipping on them today. Love to see what we had cooking here today is 8 runs on 13 hits and a lot of power from the favorites offense. Dive Bombers had a little bit of something going in the 5th inning. 1 run on 5 hits for them, and a lot of those just came in that 5th. Cairo Cohen on short rest comes in, getting his first start of his career, and boy, when I say he stepped up for the favorites, he stepped up for the favorites, and I think this game meant something. For the way that the Dive Bombers have bullied us in these last few seasons, it was really, really nice to give them just a shellacking today. Offensively for the Dive Bombers, you can't say much about the top 3 batters. Raiden Real, Rock Quintana, Tony Centercut came into this all locked in. They leave this game 0 for 9 collectively with 2 strikeouts. Deacon Cannon went 2 for 2. He also got hit and scored a run. Panther with a base hit, McWally's with a base hit, Dominguez with a walk, and then Messiah Marino comes in injured today, but he comes in and comes through in a pinch hit at bat. He gets a single and an RBI, and that's the only run that scores for the Dive Bombers. Offensively for us, 5 home runs. 5 home runs from the favorites. They come from Tiger Gray, Odin Thomas, Aaliyah Sesame, RJ Solomon, and Sullivan Reddier. 3 of those 5 home runs were the first of the year for those players. We had 3 hit days from Tiger, from Odin, and from RJ Solomon. A 2-hit day from Sullivan Reddier, who came into this game tense. And base hits from Jack Mars and the 2-run homer from Aaliyah Sesame, her only hit of the day. We also had a walk from Fernanda Branch and from Jack Mars. Jack only going 1 for 3 with a run scored there. The big thing to look at here is the glaring hole at the bottom of our lineup as Nick Wilkerson goes 0 for 3. His average drops to 214. Again, don't know what to do about him there. Jonah Gonzalez goes 0 for 2. Don't know what to do about him either. We might actually have... I might put Eliana Chambers in left field in this next game, put Dash Boyd in center field. I don't like that idea, but we'll see what other options we have. Gander Quinto comes in, gets a loss. She goes 3 1/3, giving up 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk on 3 home runs, and 2 strikeouts. Donovan Rounds pitched decent, 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run on a home run, and 2 strikeouts. And then Hayes Holcorn, 2/3 of an inning, giving up 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk on 1 home run, no strikeouts. On the other side, Cairo Cohen, man, I'm so proud of him. 4 innings, he gives up 1 hit. He gives up 1 earned run, and it was on the hit batter that came around to score because of Emerson Bauer. So he wasn't fully responsible for that earned run, but it will credit to him. He also got 2 strikeouts, no walks, no home runs for him. Emerson Bauer, not her finest performance, going 1 2/3, giving up 2 hits and a walk. She did strike out 3, and the earned run was allowed by her, but it goes to Cairo Cohen. Carl Parra, he needed to get 1 out. He allowed 2 base hits in the process, but gets a strikeout to end this game. And the favorites knock off the dive bombers here. So it goes Odin Thomas, Tiger Gray, RJ Solomon for your top 3. Love to see it. We go now to 8-3 on the year. We're doing more negative loyalty here. It's going to go to Avery Connor. He's kind of just here to satisfy a need for us right now. Between these two, I'm going to knock on Eliana Chambers again. Sorry, Eliana. Don't mean to keep doing this to you. Another -1, by the way. And then we're going to give plus loyalty here to Aaliyah Sesame because she's here for the long haul. Puts her at 99 loyalty overall. We will immediately go into this next game in the game, not scheduled. I'm not going to do that till our next game is scheduled. And it's going to be a tough one for us as Werner Walter will go to the mound for the Burglars against our number 4 starter, Clark Cohen, cousin of Cairo. Maybe Cairo showed him a little something that he can build off of. We'll see. Clark is now fully healthy, and he pitched really well against the Skimmers when he was healthy before he got hurt. While still recovering, he had to make another spot start, and he ended up getting lit up. So we'll see what happens in that next matchup. So what happened since the game ended? Well, love to see that. Now we have the capability of putting Aaliyah Sesame at any infield position, and I am feeling a lot more confident about her coming in maybe at third or at short instead of trying to use Cora Bobbert in the infield. Oh shit, sorry about that. That's really interesting. That's gonna help us out a lot on the infield. Clark Cohen has a chance to gain easy jumps, but get a little development in the process. I think he's just too old to make that worth it. Cora loses 2 fielding, not much of an impact there, but always unfortunate. And the Burglars make a move before this game. They bring in young Trail McFreddy, a left fielder that has distractor. They let go of Grover Charles, who had bad ball hitter. We have a chance for Eliana Chambers to develop. We're going to pass on that. And then interesting here, Wade Ivey gets dropped by the Blurs, a third baseman that has Ace Exterminator and Mind Gamer. They bring in 19-year-old Esther Schaefer with RBI Hero. I might make that move before the playoffs before the playoffs start if we can afford him. Very fascinating. I'm going to put a star on him in a second. Fernanda Branch with some development. Might consider that. And then another move, this one by the Pythons, is they bring in Cheville Spencer, replacing Cameron Harper. Cameron, not somebody that we will look at seriously here. So let's go ahead and hop over there really quick. Let's star Wade Ivey. See what he was doing, actually. Not hitting very well. He did have 3 home runs last year, though, with 9 RBIs. He played all 16 games, but struggled. He is not much of a fielder. He is a good hitter, though. And I am going to put a star next to him. I don't know if we can afford him. He is scholarly, so that's also nice, too. Not going to do Dandelion Burnside. And then I'm just going to peek over here at Jess Trujillo for Avery Connor, because, again, that's something that we're eyeballing as we get closer to the end of the season here. And hopefully that last start of the year will go to Jess Trujillo and not Cairo Cohen. Not going to be able to do it just yet. We'll come back to that again later. Development-wise, there's this one for Odin Thomas. I definitely want to consider this one. but we are running out of surplus for our PDO funds. Man, even at tier 1, I think that fastball hitter would just put Odin Thomas at another level. Power, speed, and fielding. As much as I'd like to do this one for her, I don't see the value. I wish it was power, contact, speed. I think I'm going to pass on that one just because of the cost, especially if we're going to get that one for Owen Thomas. No for Clark, no for Emerson, no for Eliana Chambers, and no for Carl Para. So I'll wait one more game. We'll potentially do this one for Owen Thomas next time out. And I think the only other thing that we're going to do is... Oh, yeah, I'll set the lineup before we let this video end, but let's check league leaders. With Odin Thomas's 5th home run of the year, his average jumping up to 429, I am confident he is in the top 10 now, along with Asher Garcia. And we'll have to see if some of those other pitchers got to pitch, and if they passed Asher on the top 10 leaderboard. Asher stays at number 1, and look at that. Odin Thomas skyrockets to number 5, still behind top long stroke, interestingly enough. I think it's that OBP. Quick look at the some of these. Tiger Gray sitting at number 2 in batting average. Fernanda and Odin down there as well. Odin with 5 home runs leads the league right now. Aaliyah has 3, just tied for 3rd. Odin Thomas with 13 RBIs is tops in the league. Fernando with number 3 in on-base percentage. That's awesome. Tiger at number 8. Odin number 3 in slugging. Tiger at number 8. And then Odin number 4 in OPS. Tiger at number 7. And Tiger leads in hits. Odin with number 2. Fernando with 13. Jack Mars with 12. So a lot of hits from this team right now. Odin with 6 extra base hits. Top long stroke has 8. Let's see what those are. Top has 4 home runs, 4 doubles. And for Odin, he has 5 home runs and 1 double. Unfortunate. Tiger also leading in runs scored. Jack Mars with 8, Odin with 7. See, Nick was caught stealing twice, tied for the league lead. And then pitching wise, Asher still leading the league in strikeouts by a fair margin. Victor with 15. Cairo's whip at .67. Asher leading in strikeouts per 9, walks per 9, and strikeouts per walk. So he stays up there at the top of those categories, and that's going to be really nice to see. Okay, so sorry about that. So we have 2 players in the top 10 right now, vying for the MVP and a Cy Young award. If Odin can pass top long stroke and Asher stays above these other pitchers, then they can both end up getting the MVP, which would be amazing. Interesting. Okay, let's set the lineup for the next game. We will be away for a double header. Actually, let's take a look at the schedule really quick. Sorry, teasing. So it's going to be Clark Cohen followed by Asher Garcia. So while this is a big game, I think I feel a lot more confident about Asher Garcia going up for game 2 because it gives us that feeling that we're not going to get swept, if that means anything. Especially with Werner Walter, I could see our offense having a lot of trouble. Now, I am a little bit worried about Rence Shaw. If you had been following the Outlaws, you know how well he pitched for us. I think he's like a B or a B plus now. But Werner Walter is going to be very scary for the Favorites offense. But hopefully the momentum they carry from this last big victory against the Dive Bombers and the current 4-game winning streak that we're riding will put us in a good position against this doubleheader against the Burglars, where they will play in Stade Royale, if my memory serves me properly. We have 4 players that are locked in. Love to see that. We have 2 players that are tense right now. And if you recall, I was thinking about the only person that can play left field is Nick. That sucks. The only person that can play left field here on the bench is Dash or Eliana. Um, hmm. Is we're gonna bring in Dash for Nick. This is really tough because I don't. Oh man, Eliana's so slow. I hate having her in left field, but that's what we have to do. Okay, so with Werner Walter being an A minus, he's also a long reliever. I forgot about that. Huh. We'll look at their lineup here in a second. Um, maybe he won't go very long. Let's see. We will. I honestly don't want to move much. I'll put Eliana above Dash. Dash will be kind of our pseudo wraparound leadoff. He's not a good hitter at all. And the rest of this lineup did really well. So while I hate seeing Nick and Jonah Gonzalez on the bench, I think it's necessary here. And I'm going to keep everyone else where they're at in the order for Clark Cohen. All right, taking a look at their lineup, they still have Colin Cabrera on their team. A great hitter is DHing. He's lost his traits. He used to have fastball hitter, which was pretty scary. If Gander March, shortstop, very good player. I believe she was there. Peeking really quick at the All-Star list from last year, and no, Cannon Avery ended up making the All-Star team for the Burglars last year. Forgot about that. Gander March wasn't on there? Okay. Teodoro Lucero, as you know, we've heard his name get struggled out of my mouth. Look at S tier catcher Mohammed Turnpike at 23 years old. This guy is going to be so much trouble in the league for so long. I want to check him out more in just a second. Kai Plum, he seems to be struggling as he's regressing a bit. Slew Connolly on the left, Cannon Avery at third base, former Outlaw and All-Star. Pamayala is tense. One of their best players is tense in center field right now. And Bertram Pineda in right field. Werner Walter, the lefty, will go to the mound for the Burglars, the long reliever. And then on the bench, they have Ahmed David. They have Hesh Arceus, Trail McFreddy, and Vincente Vademan, former favorite. Glass Hartman, and then Rince Shaw will be pitching in the next matchup against us. He is a B plus now and has tier 3 composed as well as tier 2 stimulated. So hopefully we don't let him get very deep in this game because we don't want stimulated to activate. They also have Luciano Stevenson. They have Smash McCoy, Max Drader, Amelia Gibbs, and Juliet Carr, an S tier closer as well. So if Werner Walter can go deep, they might just go straight from Walter to Carr, and we don't want to see that. They have a good bullpen, though. That's pretty impressive. Let's see what Walter has done this season. I'm going on a tangent right now. Sorry, everyone. But I am very curious about a few things here. Rince has not been pitching well. Werner Walter has 3 earned runs and 9 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 10, only allowed 3 hits and 1 walk. One of those hits was a home run, but he has been pitching lights out. Rince Shaw has struggled a ton in 8 2/3 innings across 3 games. He's allowed 8 earned runs and has an 8.31 ERA. Has allowed 2 home runs, 18 hits and 2 walks. That's rough for him. Juliet has been lights out for them. Max Drader has pitched well. We didn't see her pitch very well for us when we had her on the favorites earlier. Amelia Gibbs pitching well. And then Smash McCoy and Luciano Stevenson are not pitching great, but not terrible either. So last thing I wanted to look at that, 99 power, 80 contact, 65 speed, 81 fielding, and 96 arm. My God, Mohammed Turnpike is terrifying, and he could viably be any of those outfield positions too without being much of a liability, and you can put Slew Connolly behind the plate easily as well. So what a catching tandem that they have on the Burglars. So we're going to see if we can steal a doubleheader against them like we did last year. And it's going to be Clark Cohen who's going to be the first up to do it for the favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I'm having a lot of fun with this season as we're sitting at 8-3. Quick peek at the standings just to see. The Rippers did not play their game just yet, so they're now 1.5 back from us. We now have a plus 12 run differential. Thank you, Dive Bombers, for allowing us to get a big gap on you there, 8-1 victory. And we're sitting pretty. One of the best win percentage, number 2 win percentage in the league, just behind the Sewer Sneaks, which if they lose, they'll tie us. So things are getting interesting as we get to the last section of this. So we get to the last quarter of this season. One more game, and then we will be heading down the home stretch. So I'm hoping we can stay strong here, keep up this winning streak, and we'll see you next time out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.